Welcome students to my latest video presentation. This time I, Palak Kalra, am going to talk about the relevant topic of commerce, that is HRM. Now let's talk about the persistence topic of commerce, that is HRM. HRM, so there are simply different kinds of words which are used to describe the HRM. Other terms used to describe the HRM field includes organizational management, manpower management, talent management, personnel management, workforce management, and simply people management. In the next slide, we'll be discussing about the definition of human resource management. Human resource management can be defined as human resource management is the strategic approach to the effective and efficient management of people in a company or organization, such that they help their business gain a competitive advantage. It is designed to maximize people or employee performance in service of an employer's strategic objectives. Basically, it means that human resource is one of the very important or the core concept in management. It is the way how we be treating the employees working in an organization so that the business gain a competitive advantage. Now let's talk about the scope of human resource management. In this slide you will be seeing the different scope, that is employee hiring, remuneration, employee motivation, employee maintenance, industrial relation, and prospects of employees. Now let's discuss each of the scope in detail. The first scope is human resource planning, HRP. HRP refers to a process by which a company identifies the number of jobs vacant, whether the company has excess staff or the shortage of staff, and to deal with this excess or shortage. Second is job analysis design. Another important area of human resource management is job analysis. Job analysis gives a detailed explanation about each and every job in the company. Third, we have recruitment and selection. A number of applicants are received after the advertisement is published. Interviews are conducted and the right employee is selected. Thus, recruitment and selection are yet important area of human resource management. Then we have orientation and induction. Orientation is clear from the term that it is done at the beginning of the job. Once the employees have been selected, an induction or orientation program is conducted. This is another important area of HRM. The employees are informed about the background of the company, explain about the organization culture and values and work ethics, and introduced to other employees. Then we have training and development. Every employee goes under training program which helps him to put a better performance on the job. Training program is also conducted for existing staff that have a lot of experience. This is called refresher training. Training and development is one area where the company spends the huge amount. Then we have performance appraisal. Once the employee has put in around 1 year of service, performance appraisal is conducted, that is when human resource department checks the performance of the employee. Based on these appraisal, future promotions, incentives and increments are in the salary are decided. So these are the ways by which employees' promotions, increments and incentives are to be decided. Then we have training and development. Every employee goes under a training program which helps him to put a better performance on the job. Training program is also conducted for the existing staff and which they have a lot of experience. So it's basically about training is given to those who either are working in the organization or it can be those employees also which are new to the organization. And it is a costlier project since the organization has to undergo a lot of expenses. Then we have compensation planning and remuneration. There are various rules regarding compensation and other benefits. It is the job of the Human Resource Department to look into the remuneration and compensation planning. The last we have motivation, welfare, health and safety. Motivation becomes important to sustain the number of employees in the company. It is the job of the Human Resource Department to look into the different methods of motivation. Apart from this, certain health and safety regulations have to be followed for the benefits of the employees. This is also handled by the HR department. So in the last point of scope, we have discussed about the motivation, welfare and health and safety, that are the facilities which are being provided by an organization to the employees so that they feel secure in their jobs. Now let's talk about the nature of human resource management. Human resource management involves management functions like planning, organizing, directing and controlling. The second nature point is it involves procurement, development, maintenance and management of human resource. Both these points discuss about the management functions which are very core to human resource management. Third we have it helps to achieve individual, organizational and social objectives. That means the nature of human resource management is not only about the individual or the organizational goals but also the social objectives and goals. Fourth point is HRM is mildly a disciplinary subject. Fifth point, it includes the study of management, psychology, communication, economics and sociology. That is why it is a disciplinary subject. It refers to many other subjects which are related to management. Sixth point, it involves team spirit and teamwork. So this point tells us about that human resource management fosters such kind of team spirit in the employees working in the organization. So human resources isn't a thing we do. It is a thing that runs our business. If our human resource is managed in an effective and efficient way, then only our business will run and earn profits. Next topic is the future trends of human resource management. First of all, there is to be leadership and modernization. After that, we improvise the employee life and its benefits in the form of like remuneration, compensation strategies and many more. Then is the focused recruitment. Next we have the data analytics for overall growth of the company. And the last, we promote the learning and the networking in the company. Now let's discuss about these points in detail. What are the recent trends in HRM in India? The first is the downsizing plan. The name suggests that is reducing the size of the organization. It is restructuring of the organization where non-core activities, that means those activities which are not important in an organization, such activities are to be disposed of. In the context of HRM, downsizing involves elimination of the certain jobs with a view to improve the work efficiency. Where there is surplus staff, trimming will be essential. Second point is the exit policy. Exit policy refers to the policy regarding the retrenchment of the surplus manpower resulting from restructuring of industrial units or the workers becoming unemployed by the closure of the sick units. So where there are surplus staff, they should be removed so that company will not incur any extra losses. Next we have employee reallocation assistance program. Employee reallocation assistance programs aim at helping employees of an organization reallocate to a new branch office in easy and convenient manner. This assistance, that means such kind of help, is also extended to the spouse, that is the wife, the dependents, it can be their parents or children, and any accompanying employee. Then we have the qualitative measurements. In most call centers, qualitative criteria, which focus on knowledge of the products and services, customer service, and call handling skills, and the policies of the organization continue to become more refined and specific. This point can be explained very well with the help of an example, like most use some form of monitoring, for example, silent with a beep tone, side by side, or record and review. So these are done in your mobile phones. This is done to evaluate the individual performance and identify the training and coaching needs. Then we have liberalization, globalization, and HRM. This concept was introduced in the year 1991, that is in the new economic policy. This policy was introduced by our finance minister Dr. Manmohan Singh. Now let's discuss about this point. Maintaining or improving the employment and its quality in a particular country requires that its HR markets must be responsive not only to changes related to development and growth within the country, but also the changing conditions of the worldwide. Last point is the workforce diversity. Organizations are becoming heterogeneous because of the following reasons. Heterogeneous here means the mixture, that is, our organizations are mix and blend of different kind of employees working in. So the reasons are, number one, the number of women in the workforce is increasing. So this is an era in which women are also taking part in human resource management. Women are also taking initiative in the doing of job, that is the dual career couple is being fostered. Second is young, skilled and knowledgeable people are increasingly occupying positions of importance. Then we have technological revolution and better transport facilities have improved the mobility of the employees. Then with the growth of trade unions, employees have become more conscious of their rights. They are being well aware what are their rights and to whom they can complain. Then we have international careers and expatriates are becoming more common. Last is the percentage of old employees is also growing due to improving the medical and healthcare. Now let's discuss about some of the emerging trends in the role of human resource managers are as follows. The HR managers of tomorrow will not only look after their personal functions but also involved in leadership and motivation of the entire organization. They lead the entire organization so that goals of the organization can be achieved. In future, HR management will not merely be an exclusive job of the HR managers, rather every executive in the organization, that means every position holder, would be made responsible for the effective management of people in his unit. Thus, HR management will receive greater attention of all the managers from top to bottom. Then we have the HR managers would play the key role in formulation of policies, programs, plans and strategies of the organization. Every HRM program will have to be properly planned and directed by the HR manager in consultation with other functional managers. Other functional managers include like purchase department, sales department, etc. Then we have the HR managers will be required to act as change agents through greater involvement in environmental scanning and development planning. The HR function will become more creative and less mechanistic. It will be more concerned with the substance rather than form, accomplishments rather than activities, and practices rather than theory. The HR function will be responsible for furthering the organization, not just maintaining it. So it is a duty or responsibility of the managers to look after their organizations very well. So it is their core responsibility. Then we have the HR managers will have to shift their legalistic approach to human relations approach that recognizes the dignity of every employee as a human being. As we have discussed in the definition that human being is one of the important assets in an organization. So the dignity of every employee is to be treated as an individual. Then we have the HR function will concentrate on involvement of customers in the process of collective bargaining to greater emphasis on career planning and development, organization development, organization culture, quality circles, quality of work life, etc. Then HR managers will have to recognize the human resource as the vital assets for realizing organizational goals. Last we have the HR managers will require retraining, mid-training and upgradation of these skills in the view of rapid technological changes. At last, I would like to conclude. We can say that in future, human resource managers will have to possess technical, social, human and conceptual skills to successfully face the new challenges. That means in future the human resource managers have to face many more challenges so that they can successfully run an organization. New disciplines like industrial engineering and management services are challenging the HR function. The future progress of this function will depend upon how the HR managers are able to cope up with the new challenges. But one of the important concepts of commerce is HRM. So please pay attention to this, and I hope my video has really helped you all to understand this topic.